going to IISc Bangalore your dream? Do you also want to study in India's elite research institutes like IISc Bangalore, your 7 IISERs, NISER Bhubaneswar, CEBS Mumbai? Do you also want to be a part of India's research community where you can be called a scientist so that you can also invent and make science better? Well, all you have to do is give your IIT and NEST examination in 2027. Well, it may sound simple, but it actually requires a lot of dedication, a lot of hard work, a lot of sweat and tears. If you are willing to give your all, then trust me, you have 1 full year. Now this full year can go in the blink of an eye also, or it can be more than enough if you're targeting your IIT and NEST preparation for 2027. Without any further ado, let's begin. In this video today, I'll be telling you the entire roadmap that you need to prepare in 1 year so that you can also reach your dream institute in 2027. If you feel that you are late for your IIT and NEST preparation, you only have 1 year, you should have studied from class 11th. Well, it is true, studying from a lower class, that is from class 11th, actually builds a stronger base. However, the truth is that you are not late. Why? Because IIT and NEST, they both have a common syllabus. Now, the only difference comes in the question type that are asked or the conceptual knowledge that is required for both examinations. So trust me on this, 1 year is more than enough if you're targeting your IIT and NEST preparation. How we are going to do it, let me tell you. What you should have, invest most time in. Firstly, understand the bottom of the funnel. Okay? At the base, you need to have a clear idea of, first of all, know that you need to know about your basic mathematics, right? Your algebra, your integration, differentiation, trigonometry, these are the basic things that you need to do. And your unitary method, right? Graph interpretation, all these things are very important, not just, when we talk about mathematics, but from your biology perspective, your chemistry perspective, your physics point of view as well, right? So having your good knowledge or just brush up the concepts of class 9th and 10th, right? Now, when we talk about physics, you have some larger topics in physics, like you have your mechanics, your simple harmonic motion, your waves, electricity, modern physics. Now, these are actually very important high weightage topics, and every year 1 or 2 questions are asked from these topics, right? Next, we talk about mathematics. In mathematics, the portion is slightly less than physics, right? So here you have algebra, calculus, coordinate geometry, vectors and 3D. Now, vectors and 3D is something that is overlapping in physics as well, right? Then second, you have chemistry. Chemistry, the most important thing is physical chemistry and organic mechanisms. Your named reactions, whatever, your reagents and all are there. Those things are actually very important to know when you're appearing for your IIT and NEST examination. And last, we have biology. Biology, cell biology, genetics and evolution is actually very important for NEST. However, for IIT, it will also include your plant physiology and human physiology as well, right? So these are what? These are your important topics that you should actually focus a lot on, because every year questions are asked from these topics, right? Now, what should be your 1 year strategy? This entire year, right? You have to break them into 3 phases. The first phase is going to start right now from where you're seeing this video till your August 2026. Now, this is your foundation building. Here you have to master your NCERT, you need to have your concept clarity, and you have to pass all core topics. That means whatever important topics that I showed you right now, by August you should have completely, cleared all those topics. Now, it is not necessary that you should go to the advanced level of these topics. You can actually do these topics slowly, but by August time, you have to finish your NCERT related to these topics. Second phase is going to start from September to December, where you will be primarily focusing on advanced problem solving. You will take your syllabus parallelly, but you will have to focus on advanced question level solving from these topics and the other topics that you're covering. And then from January to April 2027, this is the time where you will be doing aggressive revision, right? You'll be giving your mocks, you'll be giving your papers topic wise, half syllabus, full syllabus. And remember, it is very important for you to analyze what you're doing, because if you just keep giving mocks and mocks without actually seeing where you're making mistakes, then giving mocks is actually going to have no fruitful value, right? So first phase is your foundation phase, where you will be reading the NCERT thoroughly, every line, every example, every table, and not only that, even the back questions that are there. right? Then solve HC Verma for physics, your NCRT exemplar for all other subjects, and there are some other books also. Now, if you want a detailed analysis of what books should you prefer, the reference books and all, let me know, we'll bring a separate video for that. But now, coming to the second phase. Here you have to solve all the previous year questions and you have to attempt multi-concept and application-based problems, and you have to time your mocks. Now, what is attempt multi-concept? That means in one question, there are more than one concepts that are being applied, right? In NEST, there are many questions, specifically if I talk about biology, me being a biology expert. So, there, if the question is from biology, they can actually, combine the concepts of physics in them as well and ask you questions. So this is what is meant by multi-concept. That means you should be able to interconnect. You should be able to connect the dots between various topics. Last is your revision phase, right? Where you will be giving weekly full length mocks, right? If there is any error, see, like I told you, you need to have a detailed error analysis after every mock and you have to revise your weak topic first. Remember, revision is always done of weak topics, not of strong topics. Why? Because if you know your topic is strong, right, you'll be able to do the question no matter how twisted the questions are. But if you know you are weak at something, you need to re-practice it, you need to re-revise it so that you can have a stronger foundation, right? Topics that are going to decide your rank. IIT favorites are rotational motion and NNM, right? Waves and oscillation, electrochemistry, thermodynamics, calculus and coordinate geometry, modern physics. Next favorite, genetics, molecular biology, organic reaction mechanism, thermodynamics, your equilibrium, evolution, ecology, and here also you have calculus and vectors. Although there is a lot of overlap, right? But you still need to make sure that your concepts are a bit advanced level than your NCRT, right? Now, ignoring maths for NEST is a big red flag. Do not do that. Even if you do not know questions, just attempt them. Even if NEST is taking best of 3, still sometimes students actually get a good rank based on the 4 subject that they had just attempted like that, right? Next, solving without analysis. You do 1,000 questions a day. If you're not analyzing your mistakes, if you do not know where you're going wrong, there is no point of you giving mocks. It is all waste, right? Next is reading NCRT only once. Now, when it comes to your entrance exams, NCRT is your god. Remember this. It may sound very cliche, but it is very important to remember this. Without having the base of NCRT, do not approach any reference book. Okay? So by reading NCRT, just once you're like, yeah, it's done, man, let's relax. Don't do that. Okay? Do not do that. Read your NCRT, reread your NCRT, then reread that reread NCRT. Okay? Attempting every question? No. We don't have to do that. Attempt only those questions in which you are 100% sure that yes, this is the right answer and I know nobody can, shake that foundation of mine. Why? Because I know my concepts are crystal clear in that particular topic, right? Because remember, in examinations, you need more accuracy than speed. Right? If there are 15 questions, out of that 15, if you're able to solve 13 questions or 12 questions with 100% accuracy, you'll take a select. But if you want to be like, oh no, I need to do all 15 questions in 1 hour, that is not going to bring you a selection. Okay? Now, how many hours should you study daily? Phase 1, at least 4 hours a day, right? Phase 2, 4 to 6 hours a day. And when it comes to phase 3, that means your revision time, then you should have at least 6 hours plus studies, right? So here are actually some good books that are mentioned here, right? You have H.C. Verma, you have your Erodov, you have your NCRT, O.P. Tandon, NCRT Exemplar, R.D. Sharma, S.N. Lole. So you can actually, take these books for question practice, right? Now, start today, not tomorrow, not next week. You need to start today itself. Why? Because the earlier you start, the faster you are going to actually catch a pace and then you will be running more forward than other students in this race of competition. Master your NCRT, right? NCRT has to be your go-to book when it comes to your IIT and NEST preparation. Prioritize physics and maths equally. Even if you're a biology student, even if you're a math student, you need to prioritize both of them equally so that you can maintain that balance from day one. Solve PYQs, give mocks, be as consistent as you can. Now you do not have to be 100% consistent all day. Let's say day 1 I gave my 100%, next day you give your 80%. If by second week you are there for just 30%, no, that is okay, right? Because consistency means what? You have to show up. Show up daily. Even if you don't give your 100%, give your 30%. What matters is that you showed up. That is what is actually going to matter. Stay consistent for 1 year, and trust me, you can easily clear your entrance examination when it comes for your IIT and NEST preparation. Now, if you're also targeting your IIT and NEST and you do not know where to start, which resource to start with, you do not have to go anywhere, because there is nobody better than SciAstra when it comes to IIT and NEST preparation, and time has proven this again and again. I cannot emphasize this fact more. If you also want to, make your preparation bulletproof so that you can actually not waste another year and crack your entrance exam this year itself, you can go to the website and you can enroll in our KALAM batch, where you will be taught all 4 subjects: physics, chemistry, maths, and biology from day one. You will have an upper edge from other students who would be preparing themselves, right? Now, if you want to study online, you go to the website, enroll in the batch. If you want to study offline as well, we have 4 centers in Delhi, Noida, Pune, and Bangalore. The registration details are also here. You can go to the website, open special courses. Here you have Droppers English batch, that is your KALAM batch. Here you have your offline course. When you click on it, here you can see there are 4 centers, right? Here you have 4 centers: Noida, Delhi, Pune, and Bangalore. All you have to do is select your location, pre-register, and you can also kickstart your IIT and NEST journey with SciAstra, because again, let me tell you, our selections have always been spot on. And if you have any further queries, you can leave them in the comment section below. Hurry up, because the seats are limited. If you want to talk to us directly, our support team's contact would be there in the pinned comment section below. So do not wait any further. Time is already ticking, and trust me, entrance exam is a constant ticking bomb. If you are able to prepare a bit earlier, that ticking bomb can be diffused in time. Otherwise, it is going to blast onto you when it is going to be near your exam time. Because trust me, entrance exams, they are not to be taken lightly. They are something that you have to prepare very seriously, because they will be deciding the next course of your life, right? So keep studying hard, enroll in the batches, and if you have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. All the best. Keep following SciAstra Bengaluru.